Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing this February the 12th, 2025. Daily cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and XRP, gold and silver bullion update. J on this snowy, wintry night here in the great state of Michigan, right? Comment down below, bell notification, subscribe to the channel, and share to get that daily video you need and come here for to keep you out ahead of what's going on. Yes, become members of Jabroni Killers for $3.99 a month in the pinned comment or the video description below. Super chat to support the channel, Jay. And if we get right into this, we're going to look at, we had some price movement today in the coins. You can see if we go into the full screen, I still don't want to buy that. And the Bitcoin price, you can see we did bounce right here with a nice green candle on the daily. And you can see the moving averages. The 50-day is now starting to run parallel. It was running down. It's at 98,100. The 200-day is still uptrending at 93,500. And the 100 and the 200 in green is at 84,279. You can see we have this green candlestick that we've been looking for because we said this week at the beginning of the week, and now it's Wednesday, that we'd be bouncing in between the 100-day moving average in the daily and the 50-day moving average in the daily. And now we're coming up against the 50-day right there in the daily, and we'll see if that acts as resistance like it's been the last few days. Right here, every time we came up against it, it got rejected. We'll see if this is another time where it gets rejected and start to trade down towards that support, local support at 93,500, which is the 100-day moving average in the daily time frame. So we're still in that same pattern where this whole week after we had that dump and pump, we said we would trade within this range for the next 3 to 7 days before it decided to either break up or break down farther, in which case 90,000 would be a major support level that we bounced off just above, and then ultimately that 84,279.98 200-day moving average. Bitcoin dominance, you can see, has continued to trend back down towards that 58.55% dominance. And if we continue to trend down in the dominance like we have the last few days, ever since we had the big peak top here in early February, then we came down. But ever since about February the 7th, we've declined in Bitcoin dominance almost every day. And we went from about 62.13% dominance to 60.92% dominance. And that does give the altcoins a little bit of a boost, because when Bitcoin dominance is falling, regardless of what the price of Bitcoin's doing, altcoins will rally. If the Bitcoin dominance is rising, altcoins will turn bearish. You can see Ethereum had a little green candle there today. If we look at the XLM price, it had a green candle on the daily. And if we go into the daily here, we'll see the moving averages are still trending down. But you can see we had that green candlestick today. And I'm still thinking that bearish cross is going to happen, where the 50 in the daily that's sitting there at 37 cents will, and on top of the 100-day moving average in blue there at 34 cents, I think in about 4 or 5 days, you're going to see that red in the daily below the blue and make its way closer towards that 27 cents in green, where we had the 200-day moving average. But we talked about this week in the daily, because we were forecasting that bearish cross, we were thinking on Sunday, looking at our weekly outlook, that we would be trading in between this parallel running 100-day moving average and this parallel running 200-day, where we had that big wick recovery from February the 3rd, right? And that's what we've been doing this whole week. We've been running in between those two moving averages like we thought we would, and that's going to continue to be what we're watching to see as the 50-day continues to come down. If we get a bump up in price, do we get rejected near where these are going to cross and then head back down towards that 27 cents? Or can we break above that and try to make a run up here at the major overhead resistance, which dictates if you're short to medium term bullish or bearish? And as you can see, since we've been getting rejected on it and below it, we've been short to medium term bearish. And we're going to continue to watch out for that over the next several days in XLM. XRP is the same thing. We're trying to build this right shoulder We have a descending 50. The 100-day moving average is still trending upward at $2.19, and the 200-day is still trending upward, but the 50 has started to trend downward. And we thought this week, after we had the big wick bottom with this head and shoulders potential short to medium term topping out reversal pattern forming the right shoulder, that we would trade this week in between the two moving averages, right? The 50 on the daily and the, let's get this bigger, the 50 on the daily and the 100 on the daily at 219. And that's what we've been doing this week. We've been trading right in the middle of those. And now today we had a green candle, and we're at the 50-day is sitting right at the 256, 255, which is a major overhead resistance in the short to medium term right now. But if we're trying to build this right shoulder, we could pump up as high as $2.91. I still don't want to buy you. Nope, don't want to buy you. $2.91, because you can see that's where this blow off top and where the left shoulder got formed, right? Where it peaked out with a couple of wicks up there. And that's what we're going to watch out for still the next several days, maybe even the next month or so as we build out this right shoulder. AMP is trying to pump, trying to get some support just above a major support level at point about a half penny, right? And we're about to have this bearish cross where the 100-day moving average is about to be crossed by the 50. You see that in the daily? It's running just above it, and within 2.5, 3 days, that red is going to be below the blue, and that's a bearish cross, right? So we're going to continue to watch out for that and see if we can't try to pump and retest the 200-day moving average in the daily, because right now we're below it. XDC, the moving averages are running parallel, and the 50 is sitting there at about 9 cents, 9.5 cents. The 100 sitting about 8 cents, and the 200 is sitting there at about 6.5 cents. And we were looking to trade in between these two all week. And again, we're trading in between the moving averages, and the moving averages are parallel and condensing as the price is condensing too. And eventually this will break down or up. But for the current time, we're just trading in between the moving averages, and I do expect that to take place in XDC for the next several days. Algo, we're still trying to bounce off of the 200 at 27 cents, which is running parallel, but we got a 50-day moving average that is trending down, and I think this also will have a bearish cross in it. And we're trading in between the 32 and the 27 cents respectively in Algo, which is, oh, I forgot to put you guys in full screen, which is the 200-day and 100-day respectively in the daily, and that's where we thought we would trade for most of this week after the big dump about 6 days ago. And that's where we're still trading, and that's where we're going to continue to watch in the short term. When I mean short term, extreme short term, within the next 3 to 5 days. We had a Coreum update we wanted. We can see Coreum. We did get rejected by that 50-day moving average in the daily and that major resistance level at 20 cents after we had a nice bounce back, after we hit this technical targeted move, after we broke down out of a falling wedge. We put this little arrow in there, which was a technical breakdown if it did break down, and it did, and it actually hit on a wick low beautifully to the target. And now in Coreum, we've been getting rejected in the short term by that 20 cents. And if we look at the 20 cents, you can see we got a harsh rejection there. And now we're looking in the hour time frame to get supported on these moving averages and then try to take out that 20 cents. If not, we're coming back down. If we can't take out that 20 cents and move back into that purple box of resistance, we're going to come back down to that 10 cent level. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.